For a long time, people have said that eating certain foods could help you live a long time and stay healthy. Kale will clean your body. Chia seeds make you live longer. Acai berries help your immune system. In this world, every meal is a miracle, and every smoothie is a promise that you will live forever. What if the superfood revolution wasn't about health at all, but about selling things? What if the miracle foods we love are based on lies, cherry-picked science, and a strong emotional appeal? Let's look past the flashy labels and influencer hype today and find out what science really says about superfoods. You might be surprised by what you find. Superfood sounds like a powerful word, but here's something most people don't know. It doesn't have a scientific definition. Not one. Harvard's nutrition source makes it clear that superfood is a marketing term, not a medical or nutritional one. There is no governing body that gives it the green light, no clinical test that proves it, and no clear criteria that make a food super. The European Union has even banned the word superfood from being used on packaging unless there is solid scientific evidence to back it up. Why? Because the label makes people think things that aren't true. It sells the idea that one thing can change your health, even though that's not how the body works. Dietitian Catherine Collins once said that the word is at best meaningless and at worst harmful, because it makes people think that normal, cheap foods like beans, carrots, or potatoes are somehow bad. And the science supports that. No one food can make you healthy or keep you from getting sick. Nutrition isn't about being obsessed, it's about balance. Your body doesn't do well with just one type of food. It does well with a variety of foods. Over and over again, research shows that the people who live the longest and are the healthiest don't eat superfoods. Instead, they eat a balanced diet that includes a lot of different foods in moderation. Science Direct published a review in 2023 that looked at foods like blueberries, quinoa, and goji berries that are sometimes called superfoods. The results were clear. Yes, these foods have good nutrients and antioxidants, but how often you eat them, how you prepare them, and what else you eat will change how they work. It's important to know the context. If you eat a food by itself, or to make up for an unhealthy lifestyle, it can't be super. And this is where it gets tricky. Eating too much of the foods that are called super can sometimes have the opposite effect. For instance, kale is full of vitamins and minerals, but eating too much of it can make the thyroid not work right. Nuts are a great source of healthy fats, but they are also high in calories, so eating too many of them can easily ruin your weight loss goals. A lot of the time, people talk too much about detox foods like spirulina or chlorella. Your kidneys and liver are already very good at getting rid of toxins. That biology can't be replaced by any smoothie or powder. Some writers have even said that a lot of plant foods are poisonous. The book Toxic Superfoods says that natural substances like oxalates are to blame for everything from tiredness to long-term illness. But science says something different. Big studies on nutrition show that people who eat fruits and vegetables, even the ones with a lot of oxalates, are less likely to get sick, not more likely. In reality, only a small number of people eat enough fruits and vegetables to stay healthy. For most of us, the issue isn't having too many plants, it's having too few. So why does the idea of superfoods still exist? The answer is in psychology. We want to be in charge. We want to believe that one special thing can make up for stress, pollution, bad sleep, and all the little things we find hard to change. Marketers are aware of this. They come up with beautiful stories about strange ingredients, like berries from faraway mountains, seeds from old tribes, and algae from rivers that have never been touched. It feels stronger the more mysterious it sounds. And that emotional pull makes a lot of money. A lot of superfood products on the market say they have proprietary blends, which are vague mixes of ingredients with no clear nutritional information. You're not just getting the food, you're also getting the story. There is also a bad side. People in the wellness industry often try to get people to eat in strict ways in the name of purity. Some people develop orthorexia, which is an unhealthy obsession with eating clean or perfectly. What happened? Nutrient deficiencies, anxiety, and guilt. People can ironically make themselves less healthy by trying to be healthy. It's not just a personal cost. The demand for exotic superfoods around the world has real effects on the environment and on people who live in the area. When quinoa became popular in the West as a health food, prices around the world went up. People in Bolivia and Peru who grew it could no longer afford to buy their own staple crop. Avocado farming has been linked to cutting down trees and not having enough water. Parts of the Amazon rainforest have been hurt by acai harvesting. A 2022 review of sustainability found that a lot of trendy superfoods have a surprisingly big carbon and water footprint, which goes against their eco-friendly image. On the other hand, beans, oats, apples, lentils, and seasonal vegetables are right in front of us and have the smallest carbon footprint and the biggest health impact. They are cheap, good for the environment, and every major study has shown that they improve health, but they don't have fancy names or viral videos, so people don't pay attention to them. If there are real superfoods, they aren't hard to find or expensive. They are easy to understand, easy to get to, and balanced. The American Heart Association and Harvard Health both say that the secret to living a long life and avoiding disease is not in one food. It's in eating a lot of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, healthy fats, and lean proteins. The mix is what matters. Nutrition science has shown time and time again that it's not the single star ingredient that matters, but how foods work together. Every part of a healthy meal is important, just like in an orchestra. No one instrument is responsible for the whole show. So, what are the bad things about superfoods? The food isn't the problem, it's the illusion. The false belief that health can be achieved through shortcuts, and that nature possesses a singular magical element capable of resolving all issues. Real health doesn't come from powders, pills, or berries from other countries. The truth is much simpler and stronger. Not marketing, but habits, consistency, and a balanced diet are what make it happen. When you hear someone say, "This food can change your life," take a breath and remember that science says otherwise. The foods that really change your life aren't the ones that promise miracles. They're the ones that feed you in a balanced way, one meal at a time.